Thanks for tuning in. Um, I've been working on, health and nutrition over the years. I remember back, even quite a while back. What was it? May have been 25 years ago. I started becoming a little more health conscious, and let me adjust this a little bit here. Um, Started using supplements and things like that, and I think more people have becoming health conscious, and so there's more things on the market for that now. Now, one of the things I'm looking at too, I'm a bit of a prepper, not full blown, because I'm expecting Messiah to come soon. The people that I guess aren't going to have eternal life, they may need to lay up a bunch of stuff for years to come. uh, I like to save for a rainy day, for a severe snowstorm, things like that. Power goes out. I have LEDs now. I don't know if I got one around here. Anyway, sometime I'll show you some of that stuff. I'm an avid camper too, by the way. I do have a channel on here under Camper Hollow, and but I haven't done a lot with it because I just haven't been out camping. But I've been looking into the freeze-dried foods for long-term storage. And there's a guy on YouTube. I watch his videos now and then, and he's a distributor for Thrive Life. But when I looked at their products, I thought I was going to be one of his customers. In fact, I called him yesterday on the phone. I got his number and stuff. Talked to him a bit, and because they were actually Thrive Life was cheaper than some of the stuff they had at Walmart. And I was surprised. Walmart's usually pretty affordable, but the vendors that are selling there, their prices are up there. So I went looking, and what is it? I have a blog, a health blog at Chewgle.com, CHEWLGE.com. And because when I started it, I couldn't find a name that would be fitting. And let me bring that up here. I have it up. It's a clean and organic health guide, and I focus on kosher things like that. And let me give you a bit of there it is. I got several links at the top for pages and stuff, information that I've put in there, to be beneficial for people. Some of this I gotta go back through and edit some of these, but so I came up because I got searching and I remember, I was aware that Google made their name up, and there's a lot of domains like that, because the most valuable domains, of course, are one-word domain. And if you can come up with something creative, that works well. And this blog has received a lot of hits every month. Hundreds of thousands, and especially in the wintertime. People are more indoors, right? And I says, how can I make that into an acronym that would be fitting? And so I came up with conducting how everyone will gain life excellence. And Scripture teaches us, to have an excellent spirit, to live with excellence, moral excellence, everything. And Torah teaches us to put good things into our body. And, sometimes people will eat all these desserts and sweets and stuff, and they blimp out because they get too heavy and stuff like that. And if, you have a weight problem, I'm not picking on you, because I do understand some people just can't, control that as much as they want. I'm talking about people that do that and don't have to, that and think it's okay, but they're actually putting bad things into their body, and I know that, even though I'm still considered fairly thin, I've got a gut on me I didn't have when I was young. So I do know that, as we get older, our bodies change a bit. Sometimes we put a little too much weight on, and, I've worked to keep mine off. I cut down on what I eat, things like that. But I do eat healthy. And I've been looking into dried foods, things like that. And what is it? Nutri-Store is the brand name, and I put several links on the blog for it. And I've got on the right is the on the right side is the dried foods, and then on the left I have some kosher foods. Um, let's see, grass-fed beef jerky, you know, and you know, Diamond Crystal pure salt. Or is that pure and something else? But there's salt, kosher, kosher salt. And I says, you know, wow, I started finding these things, and also the isotonic supplements. Those are excellent. They come in a powder form, and you actually take them in the morning before you put anything else in your stomach. And I've been familiar with these for a while. I was a shop consultant with Market America, and they have isotonic supplements. These are from OptiHealth, this brand, and they're more affordable because the Market America is a network marketing company or multi-level or however you want to call it. You know, they're like a borderline pyramid scheme. You know, and that's what Thrive Life is. It sells the dried foods. You know, and this guy and his wife, you know, they get a paid trip like every year, you know, because they sell enough. And I said, well, if they're getting a paid trip, that explains why that stuff is so costly. So I did some searching. Now Thrive Life is not the most expensive, and they were, you know, if you buy in bulk, you can save some money. You know, I talked to the guy on the phone. He explained some things to me, but I started looking. I says, I think maybe there's got to be somebody out there that competes with them. And so I found Nutri-Store. That's, I guess, the brand for the product or brand name. And so I got links on there for that. And they were for a can, or if you want to call it a can or whatever, you know, container. It was kind of around the same price as the Thrive Life products, if you were to buy. But as far as like one can, but it was Thrive Life had it like ground beef. I'm trying to gather my thoughts here, and I do have a little trouble talking sometimes because of my teeth. My teeth are literally falling out, so bear with me. Let me see. Comparatively, they had Thrive Life had freeze-dried ground beef, 8.8 ounces, $27 and some odd cents. Okay, and I thought that's a lot of money for you know, half a pound of you know, ground beef. And the guy says, well, that's without the water. I said, well, I know. You know, but how much water you put in there, you don't have to put a lot. It's not that much of a difference, you know. It's not, water isn't going to add a lot to it. Some of it does, like the dried milk that I was looking into that Nutri-Store has. I was surprised, just a little bit in a gallon of water, you got like a gallon of milk, you know. And I wondered, you know, because I've got powdered milk like at the store before, you know, and I had it when I was a kid and I didn't like it. Tried it again recently, and I still don't like it. But that's a different process. This freeze-dried stuff is supposed to retain like 97% of the nutrients, you know. And so anyway, I'm kind of jumping in off topic a little bit because I was talking about the ground beef. With Thrive Life 8.8 ounce container, 27 something I think it was in that area. And when I looked at the Nutri-Store, it was almost 1 3/4 of a pound for, actually I'm looking at it right here, $49.99. No, $42.99. I'm sorry. If you get it through my link, if you go to the site, you're going to pay more. It's going to be over $50. If you go to Chewgle.com and get it through my link, you're going to get it for, this is showing at $42.99. So you're going to save somewhere around $10 by going there. And it's a much bigger, it's like 4 times the size. You know, so if I were to take, let's say, I'll round it off to 27 just to make it simple. Let's say this is almost 4 times the size. 27 times 4, if you bought the equivalent, it's $108. Where this, for the amount you get, for about that same amount. I could probably get right down to the nitty gritty, but just to keep it simple. So instead of 108, this is 42.99. And so I thought I was going to become that other guy's customer, but I decided that I think this is the stuff I'm going to buy. And because I don't want to put something out there to people that I'm not going to use myself. And so pretty soon I may end up ordering some, and I'm going to give it a try. You just open it. This stuff has a 25-year shelf life, okay? And if things went bad, if you were stocked up enough on this. Now, I stock up on instant potatoes, but I don't leave them in the paper box. What I'll do when I get them from the store, I'll put them in the freezer and freeze them so they don't get bugs, and if there's anything living in there, it's going to die. So, because I want my stuff to be kosher. If it does have a bug in it, it's technically not kosher. And vegetables are all kosher, right? I mean, as far as the basic meaning of kosher, you don't have to have it blessed by a rabbi. The difference between kosher vegetables and vegetables that aren't is that they've been inspected enough that there's no bugs in them. So I make sure there's no bugs that can get into my potatoes and stick them in my instant potatoes. Stick them in the freezer, let them freeze overnight, and then I put them in sealed plastic containers that are made for food. And so I can stock up a little bit that way. If we get a bad snowstorm, power goes out, I can still cook here. I use butane burners for backup, things like that. I have working on trying to get enough money for a battery backup. I almost had that, but I had to buy a truck box, and that was kind of more important. So I'm saving my money again. I probably actually almost have enough money on me for a small one, but I wanted to get the one that was a little bigger. They're about $500, and when I was thinking about getting was $250, but I may get the $250 one. And what I can do is I'll do some stuff on the blog too for things like that. That will help some of the people that want to prep a little bit. I'm not saving up large amounts of things. And also if we get a severe snowstorm, I've got lights in here. I've got heat. I have propane catalytic heater, and I may pick up one more because one of them isn't quite enough to heat this apartment in the winter. So if I pick up another one, and I can't bring the big propane tanks in here, but I buy the small ones right there. I don't have a lot of them, but these are safe to keep inside. And so, if we get a power outage, I can heat my place. I don't even have a LED light around here, but I bought them in packs of 6. They take AAA batteries, and now this is another idea too for you. And I'll show you how I came up with an USB battery charger. But I've been buying AAA rechargeable batteries, and so even without electricity, once I get my portable battery, they call them like portable electric generator or something like that. They're safe indoors because they don't have a gas motor, but they're just basically a battery backup. You can charge them through solar panels. You can charge them by plugging them into the wall, and you can charge them by putting them in your vehicle. They take a while, so I mean it might take you a while driving back and forth to work with this battery in there to get her all charged. But I think I would just stick it in the wall until maybe I could afford some solar panels. But here's another thing I got. Now these are walkie-talkies. They come in 2 in a pack, and let me see if I can try to remember how this thing comes apart here. The clip comes off, but anyway, just to make, I don't have to open it up, but there's 3 AAA batteries in there. It comes with rechargeable batteries. And pulls the cord right here. You gotta keep them right next to me. USB cords that plugged in. These charge on USB. So when I just plug that in there, I'm charging 3 AAA batteries, and I have 2 of these. And I says, there's another AAA battery charger that I can use when the power goes out, because the one I have, plugs into the wall. I says, I need one that can run off a battery pack. Perfect. 2 walkie-talkies. These are better make. These are Cobra, and it'll give you a little indicator that goes back and forth. I think I'll keep that plugged in because that looks like it needs a charge. So that's how you can charge your AAA batteries, when the power's out, if you have that battery backup. Once I get that, I'll show that too. Those things are handy. And what I'll do, I'll get some of that stuff on Chewgle also. Chewgle is mostly about, eating healthy, and I don't see anything wrong with, putting some extra things on there to help people. There's some expensive battery backup units. I think they use lithium batteries or something in them. One of them I was looking at on a video on YouTube, it was like $1,500. They had a promotional offer. You could knock it down close to $1,000, which wasn't bad. But I don't have $1,000 to come up just boom like that, and I'm not going to put. Sorry about that. A little glitch in there. What happened was I hadn't taken videos off the phone. I just kept recording them on there, and I had over 40 gigabytes of videos. And all of a sudden the camera stopped. I said, "You're out of the room, pal." So, but as I was going to pick up where I was, I said, I'm not going to put that on a credit card, the battery bank. I want to pay cash for, as much as I can, because I'm working on getting out of debt, actually. And but as far as the LED flashlights, they're like this. I bought a couple different sets. I think there was like half a dozen each set. These I like a little bit better. The other ones were too cheaply made. But it has, a light here on the end and a light here. They're fairly bright. I don't want to glare you in the eyeballs, but that's just that one. And the other one, you can light up some room with it. It's got a hook on the back that you can pull up, and hang it if you need to. Act as like a little work light. These, I'll go back in, sweetie. There's a magnet too that, you get metal and it's, it'll hang on. Sometimes it works, like if I happen to be down in the basement, then I'll stick it like on a metal pole and it'll stay there, And so those are handy, and they take 3 AAA batteries, and I mentioned before I've been buying more AAA batteries. I have several packs of them. Buy them a little bit at a time, and you can build up. I don't have a lot of money to spend all at once, just working, man. But so on Chewgle, I added some things early this morning, and I woke up early. I don't know, for whatever reason. my sleep changes sometimes. I just thought I was going to catch a live stream from one of the brothers on YouTube, and I was a little bit too late for it. He gets up pretty early, I guess, and that was a live stream. But so I didn't quite get in on that one. So I'm looking. I had been working with some different companies online for products I wanted to get, stuff like that, because even though I can usually find a lot of stuff at Walmart, not always. And so I've been working with different companies. I can put affiliate links, on the site and stuff like that. I just have to sit here and do the work and search this stuff out. So it helps make it easier for people just to go to, my site and go, there it is. That's what I want, And I don't have a lot of stuff there, but few things, for people that want to eat healthy and stuff like that. And thinking of adding pages and stuff like that, doing different things. And so that's what's going on with that. And I do have a page for it on Facebook, and just invited a few more people there. We got a few hundred people that subscribe to that, and so it's getting some attention. I think people are interested in that, and so as I work on more, I'll bring more information. But thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. This is Monday morning, so in a little while here I have to go to work. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up on this. Thanks for watching. Shalom.